2022 Super Air Nautique S21. Sitting in a jet black hull bottom on a matching tandem axle boatmate trailer. We've got our accent in steel blue metal flake. The accent on the S is kind of split up with a section on the front and then the section that kind of wraps around the back. And then we've got a main stripe in Mystic White along with the standard tower in Mystic White. Really love the way this one turned out. Steel blue with black and white or gray and white always looks really nice. Up top on the factory tower, we have the factory bimini, rotating board racks, and a pair of JL 880 tower speakers with the lighting, as you can see. We did 30% window tint on this. Also has the black Chromax badging on it and black on black wheels. So really nice looking package here. S21 comes in at 21.5 feet. It's a traditional bow. They kind of bring the shear line a little further forward on the S, so it makes for a nice spacious bow. There's a lot of seating space and a lot of storage under there as well. So a pretty deep setup on the S. It's almost as much freeboard as you'd see in a G21. Comes in at the same length, but it's a little bit narrower at 100-inch beam versus 102 in the Gs. So this is still a big boat for a 21-foot setup. So we do have docking lights option on up here in the front. Trailer also has a spare tire. I really like the S21. It drives super stable, drives soft through chop, and the performance on this is really nice. Amazing surf wave. And the wakeboard wake is nice and steep. Nice little kick at the top. And with the boat, just again, I mentioned it being really stable when you're at speed. It just feels super planted. And it just makes for a really nice, clean wakeboard wake as well. And actually, if you like to ski, it's not going to ski quite as well as a GS does, but it skis really well for how big of a boat this is. Around the back here, got our Nautique surf system. We've got the surf pipe and NCRS plate in the middle. The only thing we've optioned on here in the back is our platform ladder. As you can see, the trailer also has the extended steps and the straps that go up to the platform brackets. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop inside real quick. Check out what we got going on the interior. Platform does have the cutout for climbing in with the ladder. We also have the pop-up ski pylon. Pops up right there. Out of the way when you don't want to use it. The S, all of our S boats have kind of these angled rear seats on them. So I demonstrated this in our other video, but when you're sitting, it kind of angles you in towards the platform versus straight out, where the platform kind of comes in. Feet would normally be hanging off. So you're sitting here nice and comfy with your feet on the platform when you're sitting on these back seats in the boat. Color-wise, we have tungsten gray all through as our main. We have steel blue accents with steel blue piping. And then you can see around the edges here, haze gray on our seat boxing, and then our decorative stitching panel, just kind of right there. And on these side panels here, it's also in haze gray. Got gray sea deck and a white, Mystic White interior deck. Just nice, clean, our classic steel blue color scheme, kind of. We always kind of pair it with, it seems like we oftentimes pair it with the tungsten gray. As we open up our storage compartments, the S21 does not have a supplemental ballast option. Just being the shorter boat, It doesn't really need it. You also get our little hooks here for storage. Well, this is wide open storage, similar to what you'd have in a G, given there's no bags under there. So that's really great. Same thing on both sides. And as we open up our engine compartment, you'll see we have the 6-liter ZR4 with 400 horsepower. So standard motor in the S21, and it does a great job. I think if you've been in a previous generation G21 with the 6-liter, it's kind of what you should expect in terms of performance. This thing feels a lot like the older G21 to me when I drive it. Checking out our tower. Again, we've got these 8.8s or 880s. I always call them 8.8s, but they call them 880s now. Up top, tower is new for this year, so it's a rear folding tower. You simply rotate the cam latches. Tower falls backwards, sits right above the sun pad, and then if you release these knobs here on both sides, the bimini kind of collapses down into the interior, but kind of rests right through the middle of the boat here, which makes it nice for the driver, so you can actually sit in your seat and not have a tower sitting in your lap. A couple other features through the interior. We do have the enhanced courtesy lighting package, so you have cup holder lights, and all your pre-existing courtesy lights are color matched, and you can change the colors on them. On this side, we have a trash can. If we flip open the seat here, we have a drop-in cooler. We have the reversible rear stern seat, or the stern facing seat. So that flips up there, so you can watch people surf, wakeboard, tube, whatever. Slides right back into place. Under here we have both of our batteries along with our battery switch. So got that right there. Bunch of cup holders down this side, and then we have a stern facing seat on the port side as well. Stereo wise, we have 6 JL interior speakers, so 4 in the main cabin, 2 in the bow, with a 10-inch sub under the love seat. And then under there we just have some nice storage. We got some life jackets and whatnot stowed in there currently. And all your amps, fire extinguisher in there, as well as that 10-inch sub. Climate features. We have heated love seat, heated driver's seat. We have a 3-outlet heater, so a vent up top, and then the 2 hoses down below. And then we have the slide-in air dam that goes through the walk right over here towards the bow. Glove box actually has dual wireless charging pads, which is really cool. And then our head unit for our JL stereos in there, a bunch of charging ports, music hookups. If you want to use USB or auxiliary, those are in there. And a nice big lid to get into there, easy access for everything. Coming over to the helm. Typical Nautique Helm seat. Again, it's heated. And then our dash setup is similar to what you see in all of our other Nautiques. Our storage cubby with some charging over here, phone holder / drain plug holder, link pan array screen over here on the right with new software for this year. So you can run all your different sub menus down the left-hand side. Got all your lighting, your ballast. You've got lake maps on here. Got all your different rider presets. And then helm command over here on the right, where you can kind of toggle through and do everything on the screen via the control dial right here. Did option on the tandem spoke leather steering wheel, so that looks super nice, feels super premium. Stitching looks great. A nice beefy steering wheel. and a massive mirror. Did mention, but the Nautique Bimini, it's not open right now, but it does have surf pockets on the roof. So you got all the room for gear up on that tower. And then popping up to the bow, I mentioned a shear line, which starts a little further forward, so it gives you a better width for the seat backs here. And then I'm about 5'8", but if I sit here, my feet have a couple inches before they kick into the front of the boat there. So there's a lot of good space up in the front of the S21. And then we can open up huge storage compartments that run from the back corner all the way up under here into the bow. But we've got a bunch of fenders stashed under here, and then we've got a cover stashed under here. Fenders go along with the Fender Pro system, pop-up cleats, GPS for our speedo. That's pretty much it on the S21. We have an on-water video of this thing that you can check out as well. If you'd like more info, feel free to hit us up anytime at N3. You can reach us at 317-845-9253 or visit us at N3Boatworks.com. You can catch up on all of our inventory that we have at the time. But feel free to hit us up anytime or come check out this beautiful S21. Thanks for watching.